Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Pau Torres has caught Man United's eye as a potential reinforcement for their defense, while Simone Inzaghi, after initially dismissing the idea, is now said to be contemplating taking over from Ten Hag. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Manchester United poised to renew pursuit of Pau Torres amid defensive reshuffle. Manchester United are once again casting their eyes over Spanish defender Pau Torres, a player they once came close to signing. The 27-year-old, now plying his trade at Aston Villa, is no stranger to United's radar, having been strongly linked with a move to Old Trafford during his time at Villarreal. In the summer of 2022, the transfer seemed all but sealed, but Erik Ten Hag, newly installed as head coach, opted instead for Lisandro Martinez, who followed him from Ajax. However, fresh reports suggest that the Red Devils might be preparing to rekindle their interest in Torres as the club looks ahead to next summer's transfer window. According to sources, the towering centre-back could once again become a target as Manchester United assess their defensive options. Since joining Villa in 2023, Torres has impressed under Unai Emery, making 47 appearances and contributing both defensively and offensively, with 2 goals and 2 assists to his name. This season, Torres has been a pivotal figure for Aston Villa, featuring 8 times already and shining on the European stage. His assist in their recent Champions League triumph over Bayern Munich further underlines his growing reputation. Valued at £38 million, Torres offers the sort of technical quality and composure that could tempt United to make another attempt at securing his services, particularly given the potential changes on the horizon at Old Trafford. Indeed, the renewed interest in Torres could signal more than just a defensive reshuffle. Erik Ten Hag's future as United manager appears uncertain, with whispers of a possible exit if results do not improve. Should Villa emerge victorious when the sides meet this Sunday, it might hasten decisions over the Dutchman's tenure, with the upcoming international break seen as an opportune moment for a managerial change. Manchester United, who bolstered their defence over the summer with the arrivals of Lionel Yoro and Matthijs de Ligt, still face question marks over their depth in this area. Johnny Evans, who penned a 1-year deal, is expected to leave at the end of the season, while the futures of Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire remain up in the air. Thus, Torres, with his experience and quality, could be the man to add a fresh dynamic to the heart of United's defence. Pau Torres has long been aware of Manchester United's admiration, and in the past, he expressed his pride in being linked with one of Europe's biggest clubs. During his time at Villarreal, he stated, "It's always flattering to hear such things, but I remain calm and focused on my football." His composed nature and professional attitude have served him well, but there's no denying that the allure of joining Manchester United might still appeal to him. While Aston Villa currently offer Champions League football, the prestige and history of Manchester United could be too tempting to resist if the opportunity arises. For both player and club, a reunion of sorts could be on the cards, as United look to shape their future both on and off the pitch. Inzaghi initially declines, now considers offer to replace Ten Hag. Inter Milan manager Simone Inzaghi has recently been linked with the Manchester United managerial post, following speculation surrounding Erik Ten Hag's uncertain future at Old Trafford. The possibility of Inzaghi making a move to the Premier League has, however, been described as unlikely, with several factors standing in the way. Reports from Calciomercato suggest that Ten Hag's position at Manchester United could be in serious jeopardy if his side fails to secure a victory against Aston Villa in their upcoming clash. A potential sacking could open the door for a new face in the dugout, with Inzaghi being touted as a top candidate. Though Juventus boss Max Allegri has also been mentioned, it appears that United have prioritized Inzaghi, considering him a preferable fit for the club's future. According to Italian journalist Fabrizio Biasin, contact has already been made between the Red Devils and Inzaghi's camp through intermediaries, demonstrating a serious interest from the Manchester club. Nevertheless, the Italian tactician's departure from Inter is far from imminent. Serie A regulations prevent a manager from taking on a new role within the league until the end of December, which would make it impossible for Inzaghi to consider a move to another Serie A side before then. This rule, however, does not apply to potential moves outside Italy, yet Inter remain firm in their stance. The Nerazzurri are reportedly unwilling to entertain negotiations regarding Inzaghi's exit, standing resolutely by their manager as they look to continue their campaign in Serie A and Europe. Despite the initial resistance, United's interest in Inzaghi remains strong, and while a move currently seems out of reach, the landscape could change. The allure of managing Manchester United is considerable, and as pressure mounts on Ten Hag, the rumours will likely continue to swirl. For now, though, it seems Inter have no intention of parting ways with their manager, and the possibility of seeing Inzaghi on the Manchester touchline is, for the moment, regarded as impossible. Yet in football, as in life, nothing is ever entirely off the table. Would it be wise for Inzaghi to leave Inter at this stage? Despite the Premier League's allure, Inter remains strong contenders in Italy and Europe. Should Inzaghi stay the course with Inter, or would you back a move to United? Manchester United face injury crisis ahead of Aston Villa showdown. Manchester United head to Villa Park this Sunday with their squad stretched thin, as 5 key players could be missing from Erik Ten Hag's lineup. The Red Devils are fresh off a European clash against Porto, but their Premier League encounter with Aston Villa now looms large, and the injury list is growing. Kobbie Mainoo is the latest concern, with the young midfielder still nursing a knock sustained during the match against Tottenham. Despite training and travelling to Portugal for the Europa League fixture, he wasn't deemed fit enough to feature. United's midfield woes don't end there, as hopes rest on the swift recovery of Mason Mount, who is battling to regain full fitness in time for Sunday's game. Mount's presence would provide a much-needed boost in creativity, but even if he returns, United will still be without several defensive options. Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia remain sidelined, while promising youngster Leno Yoro also won't be available for selection at Villa Park. The Dutchman confirmed that 3 players were already dealing with issues heading into the midweek match. Harry Maguire, Alejandro Garnacho, and Mainoo were all struggling, though Maguire and Garnacho managed to feature. However, Mainoo's condition was deemed too risky, and his availability for the Villa clash remains uncertain. Garnacho came off the bench at halftime during the Porto game, replacing Marcus Rashford, who had given United an early lead. While Rashford's sharpness in front of goal continues to be a bright spot, Garnacho's introduction added energy in the second half. Maguire, meanwhile, proved to be the saviour once again, with a late header securing a draw. The England defender will likely be called upon for further heroics, especially with the squad so heavily depleted. Aston Villa, on the other hand, are riding high after a famous victory over Bayern Munich in the Champions League. The 1-0 win on Wednesday night has injected confidence into Unai Emery's side, who are eager to maintain their momentum. Despite a 2-2 draw with Ipswich Town last weekend, Villa have been a force to be reckoned with this season, and they'll be aiming to get back to winning ways in the league against a weakened United side. For Ten Hag, the Villa test couldn't come at a more difficult time. With key players missing and fitness concerns surrounding others, the manager faces a tough task in fielding a competitive side. Villa Park will be a challenging environment, and with both clubs having played in Europe midweek, fatigue could also play a role. Manchester United will need to dig deep if they hope to leave Birmingham with a positive result. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.